Can't promise that I'll be 5 minutes like they were, but I'll try. And I also need to apologize up front because I came to talk to you. Well, here we are. City graduation, right? Waiting for all the speeches to end. You're ready to flip the tassel, toss your hat, right? Well, let me tell you up front. I flip the tassel or two, toss the hat or two, and it never gets old. There's nothing like it. There's just nothing like that feeling of accomplishment. So today you'll walk out here with this proof that you've earned a college degree. And it's interesting because that piece of paper will have your name on it, the degree you earned, and that it was conferred by an accredited institution called Global University. And you'll hang that on a wall in your office, you'll hang that on a wall in your house, and it'll say more than just you earned a degree. It'll tell you that, studies tell us that because you have a degree, that you may earn up to $1 million more in a lifetime than someone who didn't have one. Studies tell us that because you have that degree, doors will open for you that won't open for those who don't have it. But that degree says so much more than that. That degree it symbolizes your intelligence. It symbolizes your sacrifices. It symbolizes your hopes. And it symbolizes your dreams. There's something exciting about this degree. But you know that part already. So I'm going to give you 3 things. I'm going to take my seat. And you can get your other phone. How's that? Deal? 3 lessons, 3 life lessons I'll give you. I can give you more, but I'll give you 3 because I don't have time to. But 3 sounds good to me. 1, appreciate your journey. The Hebrew concept of the future is a person in a boat rowing one direction while looking back at the place that they left. In other words, as you pursue your future, you're fueled by the challenges that you conquered in your past. You're fueled by the sacrifices that you conquered in your past. And even when the journey gets draining, when it gets tired, you can remember those days when you didn't feel like it. You didn't feel like studying. You didn't feel like going to school. And you were tired from staying up all night doing schoolwork, and you didn't feel like going to work. Remember those days? Yeah, remember those days. But it's okay. Because that which you have conquered will give you strength for that which you shall face. Which is my second thing. You have to learn to persevere through your challenges. Challenges are inevitable. Doesn't matter what your career is. Doesn't matter what your life looks like. Challenges are inevitable. How you handle those challenges will determine who you are. How you handle those challenges will tell us about your character and your personality. It's really interesting to me. Challenges are opportunities that you have to decide what they are. Many people shrink from challenge. But I think challenges are opportunities. Opportunities to determine what your character is, what your courage level is, what your commitment level is. So challenges are important. There is an 1875 Victorian poet named William Ernest Henley. He had complications from tuberculosis, and they were going to, they told him he had to amputate both of his legs. So they amputated one of his legs, and while he was laying in the infirmary, he decided that he was going to fight. So he called a different surgeon, and he decided to fight. And they did some other procedures, and he discovered that he didn't have to have his leg amputated, simply because he decided to fight. And while laying in that bed, he wrote a poem. The irony of that poem is that's the same poem that for all the years he was in prison on Robben Island, Nelson Mandela would quote. He found prison hard. He found prison so draining and demeaning that there were times he just wanted to die. So there were many days that Mandela would get up and he decided that he was just going to hit a guard so that they would kill him so he would have to suffer in prison. But like William Ernest Henley, instead of doing that, Nelson Mandela would quote those simple words to a poem called Invictus. That simply says, out of the night that covers me, black as a pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody yet unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade. Yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishments and scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. And what we learn from William Ernest Henley and from Nelson Mandela is that challenges come. But the question is, will we shrink or will we challenge those challenges in return? Will we conquer them? Last thing, pursue your dreams. Dreams paint a picture of your destinies. Dreamers are the acknowledged legislators of the world. Dreamers have a swag that says, I can conquer or do anything. If you fail to follow your dreams, you fail to accomplish all that is in your heart. Interesting, Langston Hughes challenged, hold fast to your dreams. For if dreams die, life is a broken-winged bird that cannot fly. Gloria Steinem reminds us that without leaps of imagination or dreaming, we lose the excitement of possibilities. And H. Jackson Brown cautions, 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, discover, dream. Lastly, as you pursue a career and you pursue a life, don't let the world be a place that doesn't know you. Change the world in some small piece. Because if we all change the world in some small piece, the world that we live in will be a better place. I'll leave you with the words of W.A. Drew. An old man going a lone highway came at the evening cold and gray to a chasm vast and wide and steep, with waters rolling cold and deep. The old man crossed in the twilight dim. The southern stream had no fear for him. But he turned with safe on the other side and built a bridge to span the tide. Old man, said a fellow pilgrim near, you're wasting your strength with building here. Your journey will end with the ending day. You never again will pass this way. You've crossed the chasm deep and wide. I built you this bridge at evening tide. The builder lifted his old gray head. Good friend, in the path I've come, he said, there followeth after me today a youth whose feet must pass this way. The journey that was as naught to me, to that fair-haired youth may a pitfall be. He too must cross in the twilight dim. Good friend, I'm building this bridge for him. And that's my challenge to you. Be a great friend. Congratulations.